every character under the sun is the theme of the film festival. So you can find any character under the sun really at this film festival.
We are absolutely passionate about teaching the next generation to shoot film, Super 8 film specifically. So we've been invited for the second year in a row to teach a master class on Super 8 filmmaking.
It's a fun environment here in Miami. I mean, we've been to a few different film fests with this film, and usually we're hustling and stuff, and it's nice to have a relaxed pace to it. I could go out and take some photos. I've been dying to do that because in Chicago it's been freezing for about 2 months straight, just constant snow, and I haven't been able to do any of that, so it's really nice.
You know, the Miami Festival is blessed with a beautiful backdrop. You know, probably one of the most beautiful backdrops of any film festival besides the Cannes Film Festival.
Sometimes you go to film festivals, even the ones in Park City, and it's a lot of show and no go, I think. And I think here you get a very authentic international flavor for what's happening in the international film community.
I look at some of the films that have played at the biggest festivals in North America, like the Toronto Film Festival, where I also program, and the Sundance Film Festival, and festivals like Doc NYC, a documentary festival in New York City. I look at the films that really stood out at those festivals, and we bring those here to Miami for their Florida premiere.
This is a pretty wide open town. There's a lot of opportunities here to do things. People more or less allow you to make it up. So it's a good place to have a film festival. So feeling a real freedom and energy in the air.
Well, I've been here many times. I've worked here, and it's, you know, it's a vibrant place. And it has a lot of diversity, and I like that. I like that when a place has a lot of diversity.
When I was younger, I used to go to film to learn about the world. And now that I'm older, I go to film to keep up with the world.
I'm looking for things like this, crowds moving along the beach, beautiful girls, but I'm also looking for something interesting, something different, so that the film really tells a story.
I particularly like what independent filmmakers are doing today because they're utilizing a variety of mediums, both film and digital, and you know, it's fantastic that we can mix media to come out with something that might be a little more edgy, a little more creative than what mainstream Hollywood is doing.
This is the 31st year of the Miami International Film Festival. We've got films of all kinds playing, international films, American films, documentaries, dramas, comedies, you name it.
You know, I think I've always just been interested in, like, you know, the stuff you're not supposed to see. So as a kid, the horror section in the video store was the one that they're like, you're not supposed to go over there. So of course I've always been drawn to it. And I think I've just always liked kind of countercultural stuff. Or maybe I'm just a weirdo, I don't know.
The actress in the movie Cristo Rey, that is like a Romeo and Juliet kind of story, and the Juliet in the story.
You know, it's about basically the Somalian crisis, what's going on with Somalian piracy out there, and I just feel like the film delves into territory that, you know, I think other films and certainly the news hasn't delved into, in the guise of a thriller.
The film is about a nanny who left behind over 100,000 photographs that she never showed the world. My journey of discovering them, piecing together her past, and following her photographs from being basically nothing more than snapshots to world acclaim.
The Sacrament is a movie about journalists that go to visit this commune to do a story about it. And at first it's great, and then they start to realize maybe it's not this sort of like utopia hippie commune that it's advertised, and maybe it's a little bit more of a cult.
And part of the gift of bringing filmmakers down here is actually to give them a little bit of vacation. It's not a high-stress festival. There's plenty of time to sit by the beach during the day and then go and take some movies at night.
I think independent film is where some of the best work is being done because you're not under the constraints that big budgets create, because there's more fear involved when you're spending millions and millions of dollars. So with smaller films you can afford to be more creative, more daring.
The independent filmmaker is going to tell films from a completely different point of view, and that's why film festivals such as the Miami Film Festival, and I may say shooting on Super 8 film is so important. You get to be your own director, head of your own studio.
For filmmakers who have made a film and are trying to figure out where to premiere that film, they should look at the landscape of festivals. They should look at what other festivals are showing. Are they showing films in a similar vein to the film they've just made? You should think about, is your film going to fit into a big international festival, or is it something that's going to be more appropriate and discover its audience at more of a regional festival? There's a whole lot of decisions to be made, and of course it always helps to surround yourself with as many knowledgeable people as possible, be that producers, sales agents, consultants, or other filmmakers who have been through this process before.